Episode of League of Extraordinary Nigerians. I'm Onyi Sunday. Well, you have heard the report, and clearly that introduces our exceptional and extraordinary Nigerian of the week, Aramide Akintimehin. She is the founder of Aramide Academy. I believe you have gotten every information you want from that, but no, there is more to be told. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the studio 20-year-old, brilliant and exceptional Aramide Akintimehin. Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead, speak.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here, and it's such a great honor and privilege to serve these kids. So I'm really happy to be here. Thank you very much.
All right then. So Aramide came all the way from Ota today to join us on this show. Now the thing is, we do things in our little corners and you have no idea who is watching or who's listening. When I put out the call asking people to nominate any individual they think is doing something extraordinary in their communities, well, it came back with a result, and that result is what we have in the studio today. That is Aramide Akintimehin. I've been trying to trace, the message that was sent to me, that, the person who said Aramide Academy, Aramide Akintimehin, I think she's doing something fantastic. And Aramide also had no idea, who nominated her in the first place. So you see, there are people around you who are doing extraordinary things. They do not want the publicity. We need you to help me tell your story. And who knows, they will be here in the studio. You might also join them to come in and share your experience as well. Aramide, we heard that from the report. I mean, you said stepping out during break, you saw children who were not in class, and that touched you to begin with. But then what people do not know is you are a first class graduate of economics from Covenant University. You also belong to the Teach for Nigeria Fellowship. Yeah. So let's start off with that. Tell me about that fellowship really, and why you joined it in the first place.
Okay, so the Teach for Nigeria Fellowship is a 2-year leadership program, and they take in promising young graduates. So they take in those graduates to teach in public schools because they believe in educational equity. So they believe that they know that there's a gap in the way that the quality of the education in the public system, there's a gap from the private. So they bring in promising graduates, and then they push them to those classrooms, primary school public classrooms. So they push them there, and all kind of change in mindsets and creativity in teaching styles and all that. So that's what Teach for Nigeria, that's what it
does. All right.
Yes.
So while you were there at St. Peter's, serving your time, I put it that way, no better way to put it in my mind right now, or rather teaching children as your assignment, instructs, you saw these kids and decided to do it. Now those kids, the people who have seen the kids before you saw them,
yes.
The teachers who have seen these kids roam around and did nothing about it. Why do you think it was your place to do it? I mean, Aramide, we're talking about, what's the latest figure now? Over 10 million children out of school in Nigeria. The government is aware. The government put that statistics together in the first place. So why not just allow the government do what the government needs to do?
I mean, I think, like I said before, if we keep on waiting for the government, we're going to wait a long time. And by the time by the time they are ready, time is already gone. So what will happen to the kids? And for me, I believe that every child is a potential change maker and is a potential criminal as well. So if we're picking up these kids and we're changing their mindset and we're making them see that irrespective of your background, you are much more, you have much more. There's what he does to the economy, so there's less criminals, there are less Yahoo guys and all that. So that's the major reason why, that's a motivating factor for why I do what I do. Because I know that as I change the mindset of one child, I'm changing everything he sees. He might see that stealing is normal. He might see that, stealing is what everybody's doing. That's a normal thing.
Okay. Sometimes when people think about what to do for humanity or for their community, they talk about the fact that, I need support, I need more people to join me, I need to draw up some papers or some proposals before I start. Now, this is you putting 22 kids together in one classroom. I was there at Ota with you, having one of your sessions, and you also had snacks for them at the end of the day. You are not being paid. I want to make this very clear that Aramide is not being paid for what she's doing. In fact, she had to appeal to the parents of these children to allow them get an education. Aramide, we all understand as well that teachers do not earn a lot. There are those who are going to be listening to you now and saying, hey, maybe she's from a rich home. Maybe she has money to spare. How do you manage? How do you run this?
So for me, when I started, I knew that I didn't have anything. I knew that it's not like I even had all the money like that. But I knew people who, they will support me. And then I leveraged on partnerships. So, I contacted a few of my friends around NGOs and all that. And then they got materials, they gave us books. Some volunteered to come teach my kids. And then some also volunteered a particular foundation actually volunteered to teach them computer. And, when you start it, once you put yourself out there, people just come, people just support, people just do what they can do. Because, that's what they want to do, but they might not really have the time and all that. But then they see someone doing it. So, once you just do it, once you just go out there, you just need that drive to actually go out. Because it was really, it was big for me. Because, I'm going to literally start a school. And I didn't know anything. But I knew that, once I start, I'm going to get the kind of support I need.
I'm talking about starting a school. That's a journey on its own. Talk us through the steps you need to take. How far away are you from registering a school right now?
Okay, so for me, I think that I need to get a degree first. So I have experience to an extent, but I need an education. So I need knowledge. So
you're running a diploma now, from what I hear?
Yeah, I'm working on that, and I'm working on a master's degree
as well in education.
Yeah, in education. So I'm working on that, and by the time I'm done with that and I get my degree, I'm going to register my school, and then we're going to take in out of school children full time. We're going to run a campaign, get those kids, and then give them the kind of education they deserve. Because I believe that education, it should not be an option for anyone. It should be a right. It is a right. Everybody deserves to have this education that I had that, that's impacted my life. Everybody deserves it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Let's talk about improvements. It's one thing to own a school. There are schools that when you walk in today, you would wish those children would just disappear and not be in those classes. So having a school doesn't mean kids are getting quality education. Yes. Let's talk about, the improvements you've noticed so far from these children. Talking to Rakib, for instance, Rakib is still trying to pick up on his English. He's excited about the other subjects, mathematics, basic science, English as well. And I see that when I was trying to interview him, he actually started off in English.
Yes.
He didn't care how bad it was.
Exactly.
But just talk me through the improvements you've seen so far.
Yeah, for even the English you saw, initially when I met Rakib, he was purely Yoruba, so he wouldn't even try. Like, I would just tell him try, he wouldn't even try. So but little by little, they started coming out of their shell, because almost all of them were in their shell, because they're just like, who's this one that wants to teach me for free?
And again, Rakib being a barber to start with, he could cut hair and get money and just go play.
Yeah. And, they were just in their shells. They were just inside. But I really wanted them to come out. I really wanted them to express themselves. I really wanted their voices
I think what struck me the most was seeing a 13 and a 14-year-old child, or about 3 or 4 of them in your class. They were actually in primary 3.
Yes.
At that stage. And it really did break my heart.
It's really painful, actually. It's really painful, because I think when I was 14, I was in SS3. And, yes. When I was 14, I was SS3, and
Yeah, don't find that shocking, because she's actually 20 and she's a first class graduate of economics. So when she told me her age as well, I had to start doing some backdating, like, okay, how old was I? What class was I at that time, and stuff like that.
So for me, it's really painful. Like, it really hurts me a lot when I see that a child cannot go to school. It's really, really painful. And, that's why I'm dedicated to what I do. That's why I'm really, really I'm really focused on it, that I know the kind of impact that it will have on, myself, the kind of peace I have doing this, and then the impact that it will even have in the Nigerian education system.
Primarily, come on, let's face it. This is we're in Nigeria, where everyone is all about the hustle. Everyone is all about the money. The young ones are hoping to get on that Forbes under 30 list. We want money in the bank.
Yeah.
We want to be able to afford those trips, because that's what most people regard as success. Aramide, when I met you, the first thing I said was, you're 20, you should be partying on Saturdays. You should be practically sleeping off the hangover from Friday. That's for those who just want to be wild and crazy, or just living or doing whatever it is you want to do. But then you've chosen this path. In a nutshell, just tell us why you think this is really very fulfilling for you? Like, why? Honestly.
Like I said, every child is a potential criminal and a potential change maker. So even from the little things I see them doing to each other, how kind they are. I mean, how they do things. The things I see them do, their confidence level, the mindset change. Initially, when Mercy said she wanted to become a doctor, when I met Mercy, initially she just wanted to be an hairdresser.
Mercy is 14.
Yes,
in
she
primary
just
3.
wanted to make hair, and that was it, because that was what our environment was saying. But then I made them know that there's a world outside there. There are people that they actually do other things apart from what is normal thing. So that's a major motivation,
Right.
and I feel really fulfilled with the work that I do.
Amazing.
I feel really happy every time I see those kids, every time I see them smile, every single time. I mean, I feel really happy every time they're carrying a burden. It's like it is me. It's like it's so painful, but every single day I always find a way to at least help and support in whatsoever means I can. Because
And you live within the community?
Yes, I live there.
Yeah. Are you from that community?
No, I got a place there.
There. Where are you from?
I'm from Lagos.
Okay. And then you moved to Otta.
Yes.
To get this done. I also noticed your relationship with the parents.
Yeah.
As well. I mean, Saeed's mom.
Yes.
In the few words she could put together, is really very happy with what you're doing with her children as well. Well, thing is, the phone lines are open. We're going to be announcing the numbers for you to call in, and Aramide Akintimehin is here. I put up something today. I said Aramide is a first-class degree holder of economics from Covenant University. You, with all the degrees in the world, of what use is your degree to humanity? That's the question I asked today. So hey, she's here. Call in and have a word or question or support or message for Aramide.
Call us on 0127709993, 0127719993, 0127729993, and 0127739993. This is Nigeria Info. We are listening.
Hello.
Right. Hello. Thank you so much for calling. What's your name? And just go straight to the question or suggestion.
Good afternoon. My name is Abednego.
Hi, Abednego.
To be honest, this is something beautiful and something out of the ordinary. We don't have to first wait for government to do something. And in a place, this is not even Lagos, so to start with, this is Ogun. So imagine what happens with the step that she has taken some 3-5 years from now. It will be so beautiful. Like, I am so impressed. I am so happy for her. And I wish her the best, because this is something. In fact, please permit me to be on the show to say mad.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I'll have another call on the line. Your name and go straight to your question.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Michael.
Hi, Michael. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to appreciate the work she's doing.
Okay.
God bless you, really. It's
Amen.
not been easy for
Amen.
somebody to have this kind of initiative, really.
Thank you very
Because
much.
and the truth is, this I mean, she's far away in Otta, but you'll be shocked to know that even in Lagos, people's mentality, even in some places in Lagos, are still towards education, especially parents and some other things. So I really don't have any question. I just want to say God bless you. And
Thank you.
maybe
very
if there's any way to reach you, maybe after the show or something, or they could drop a number or Instagram or social media
So
account.
just let her announce your social media account now.
All right. So you can follow me or get in touch with me at Aramide Akintimehin on Facebook. Then
Aramide
Aramide
Akintimehin.
Akintimehin on Facebook.
Akinti.
Okay.
Akinti. Okay, Aramide
On Facebook.
Akinti on
Or
Facebook.
Okay.
Mhm.
At _Aralola on
Okay.
Instagram.
at
Then-
_Aralola.
Yes.
Oh, you know
Okay,
what? Let me make it easy for you. Go to our handle on the show. That's Leo Nigerians on Twitter. That's LEO Nigerians on Twitter. You will see Aramide's report there, and she's also been tagged as well. Her mention is there, so you just click on her name and it will take you to her page, and you get to get all the information you want. So go to Leo Nigerians. That's LEO Nigerians on Twitter, and you get all the information you want there. Yeah.
Okay, God-
Thank you
God
so much for
bless you.
calling. Next caller, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon.
Thank you. My name is Godfrey Amiye. I'm calling you from Djibouti.
Okay, hi. Thank you, Ken, for joining us on the show. Go ahead.
It's all right. Aramide, I want to say that you are an amazing person.
Wow.
Actually, you have challenged me.
Wow.
You just asked a question that you, or with all the degrees you have, what is your contribution to humanity? I am just challenged. And I want to tell Aramide that what she is doing, only God can bless her.
Yes.
Let me say, actually, for me, I've always believed the solution to the art of school children in Nigeria. And I'm trusting God to still start mine. But Aramide she just set me on I don't know what to say. I'm just in a different atmosphere now. My heart is burning. My 20 years old lady doing this kind of thing in Nigeria. My heart is just burning.
I know.
So
So you're asking yourself now, what's my excuse? What is keeping me from not taking a step? Well, thank you so much. Thank you for calling. All right. I guess the phone lines are still open. Let those calls come in. Hello, what's your name?
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Val.
Hi, Val. Please go ahead.
I'm Aramide. All I have to say is God bless you.
Amen.
What you're doing, God will continue to cause it to flourish.
Amen.
Your heart desires to come to pass. Every of your dreams must surely come to pass.
Amen.
Your school will be established. You will grow from strength to strength.
Amen.
Continue to sow this seed. You will never be forgotten.
Amen.
God bless you and
Thank
keep
you
it
very
up.
much.
Well, and I really appreciate the prayers. I'm going to take one more call and then we'll just round up on this point. Go ahead, your name and your comment.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Fumi.
The first female calling. Hi, Fumi. Thank you so much for calling in.
Actually, I don't have any questions.
All right.
I just want to appreciate Aramide.
Oh, Fumi is
She's
my
doing
friend.
Oh,
Oh my God.
She's doing a wonderful job.
Oh.
And I'm sure those kids will look back later in life and say, we thank God for Miss Aramide, as she's popularly called by them. God bless you, and God will continue to prosper you in everything you do.
Amen. Amen. That's really amazing. Well, thank you so much. I'm just going to put this out there. For some of us who are listening, thank you so much for the prayers. But again, I like to say, I would like us to move beyond prayers at this point. I visited that school and these kids have, worn out notebooks that they're writing with. There's just so little one person can do. Aramide ensures that they have snacks and they have water. We all shared pure water and drinks the day they came, and it's a dry dry season at the moment. These kids, but if we can contribute by donating textbooks, exercise books, some of these kids who never thought they would see a classroom, I think it will be refreshing to have them hold brand new notebooks in their hands, pencils, biros. For those who have children who are out of school and you have those books piled up there, get in touch with me. Get in touch on Leon Nigeria. I also have a number there for you to reach out to me on that 080-2622-1778. That's 080-2622-1778. Get in touch. We will send those books. We will send the writing materials to them and even Aramide as well. Now, some of you look at her and say, oh, she's young. She has the whole world ahead of her. She's not just doing this to pass time. Aramide is taking a diploma and she's going to do a master's in education to ensure that she owns a school someday that will cater to out of school children. But that's the much we can take on the show today. Aramide, before I go, I want you to just put out one message out there to everyone who's sitting and contemplating and saying to themselves, I need a bigger platform. I need funding for me to change the world. What do you have to say to such people?
Well, for me, I would say that you just need yourself and your drive. Once you start, you'll be surprised. People will just show up for you. So stop thinking, stop having to brainstorm, stop all unnecessary running around and worrying. Just start. Really, just start, because the more time you waste, the more people suffer for your time wasting. So just start, please, just start.
Thank you so much. And just before I go, I just want to say in commemoration of World Radio Day, I want to appreciate 99.3 Nigeria Info for this amazing platform and the opportunity to meet these people that we bring on the show, these people who inspire each and every one of us to make a difference and make a change. It's not a very lucrative topic because, hey, nobody's dancing. We're not talking entertainment and whatnot. But the station also recognizes the need to inspire people, to inspire change. And the best way to inspire change is to bring those who are already driving that change and leading that movement. So thank you very much, 99.3, and thank you all to everyone who's listened on the show today. Join us again next week, Thursday, for another interesting episode of League of Extraordinary Nigerians. Keep being exceptional, keep being extraordinary, keep being you. Bye-bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info will be right back.